Hey everybody, welcome to Thinking Nation's Best Practice Repository. Today we are going to talk about the levels of question activity, or DOK. The levels of question activity is an activity that aligns to Webb's depth of knowledge framework. The DOK framework is designed to categorize tasks according to complexity of thinking required to successfully complete each task. The level of questions activity is a great strategy to help students develop their questioning and critical thinking skills. It's based on the idea that questions can be categorized into different levels of complexity. Educators often use DOK levels to ensure that they are providing students with a balance of tasks that develop a range of cognitive skills, from basic recall to complex application of knowledge. Here is how the activity is structured. This is the depth of knowledge reference chart. This is broken down into 4 DOK levels. DOK level 1. The answers are explicit to the text. That means that the answer is found. It can be pointed at. Information is basic recall at this level, and questions often begin with who, that, where, and when. Here's an example. What year was the Declaration of Independence written? DOK level 2. These are questions that are implicit to the text. The answer is in the text, but it's not clear right away. Information at this level is focused on recall. Questions often begin with why or how. Here's an example. How did the Civil War impact women? DOK level 3. These are abstract questions that are related to the text. The answers are not necessarily found in the text at this level. It requires readers to make judgment or opinions about the text. Questions often begin with should, could, would, do you think, followed by a specific historical event or person. Here's an example. Should George Washington have run for a third term? DOK level 4. These are abstract and not related to the text. These are questions that are not found in the text. The answers are not directly related to the text, but rather a big idea or concept that the text speaks to. Questions often begin with should, could, would, do you think, followed by a big question. Here's an example. Should presidents appoint Supreme Court justices? Now that we have seen the 4 DOK levels, let's look at how the activity works. First, start by explaining the different levels of questions to the students. Each level requires increasingly deeper thinking and analysis. Go through this with the students. 2, provide examples of questions for each level. It is often very helpful to go through the first level of questions activity with the students to model the thinking that is required at each level and to provide examples. 3, have students work together to answer their questions as a class. This not only gives students a chance to hear different types of questions, but also allows them to explore various perspectives and answers. 4, assess the students' questions to ensure they understand the differences between the levels. Encourage them to reflect on how asking different types of questions can lead to deeper understanding of the material. This activity not only enhances students' inquiry skill, but also deepens their comprehension and engagement with the historical content. Thinking Nation uses this activity throughout its units to help students engage deeply with primary and secondary sources. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.